Hey everyone, and welcome to Next Gen Marine Outdoors. This is Lane. Today, gonna kind of go over my wet wading system. Kind of put this together over the years. I got some new stuff here, got some well-used stuff now. So let's go ahead and start with what I have had in the past. We'll go over that first, and then we'll move across to why I went to this new system for most of my wet wading during the summertime. All right, so here's an overview of my boot that I have been running for just over 2 years now. So this is the Korkers Dark Horse. It's got the BOA system on it. And then of course with the Korkers you have your interchangeable sole. And up to this point it has been my primary wading boot, wading system anyway, for both when I wear waders or wet wade. And then I pair that when I'm wet wading with the Korkers neoprene boot. This has been one of the best neoprene, well sorry, not boot, sock. This has been one of the best neoprene socks that I have worn the entire time I've been fly fishing. Just due to the fact that it drains so well even inside the boot. As you guys know, Korkers with their interchangeable soles. Sorry about the traffic. Okay, so the sole comes apart. You can take it off. You can interchange with different traction systems depending on your river needs. Up here in Idaho, we have multiple. Sometimes you need rubber. Sometimes you need felt when you get on the real slimy rivers, especially towards southern Idaho, where the rivers move a little slower and a little more heat, get more of that moss. So they pop out just like that. And the Dark Horse does come with a set of felt bottoms as well, so that's nice to have. Now I want to get to my new kind of summer wet wading system. So we'll get into kind of why in just a second, but we'll just bear with me here for a minute. This is the Korkers all-axis shoe, basically wet shoe. They do have a sandal version. I like the closed shoe. You're not gonna get as much gravel in it. I've had these only for 2 days, so this isn't really a review. I have worn them all day yesterday, and they are very comfortable. They are really light. There's lots of wet shoes on the market, but the best benefit to the Korker is the interchangeable traction sole. Now, I'm a normal size 10.5, so when I order wading boots, I order them in a size 11. These have fit perfectly with a wading sock. Just about almost on the small side, but not quite there yet. These, I initially ordered in a 10, but I got nervous being a 10.5 that they would be too small, so I called them before my order shipped out and they exchanged them for 11s. What that also did though is because my wading boots are 11 and these are 11, I can now cross all my soles back and forth. So if I'm gonna wear this shoe and go out to a slimy river, I can come in, I can add my felt to it, pop in the traction. This is easier to do on the ground. These clips are very robust in holding these soles on. And the same thing, we can strap the back. There we go. Now I have a felt-soled, basically tennis shoe, which is exactly what I was looking for. Primarily, if I'm wading in like smaller streams, I end up wearing flip-flops because I just don't want the weight and size of a boot. I just don't need it out there. And so I wanted a solution that kind of helped me to have something lighter, but I could still have traction when I need it. And a little bit of ankle support's pretty nice too. So after kind of wearing these to see if there was going to be any break-in all day yesterday, I pretty much know that these are going to be my go-to pretty much all summer, especially if I'm kayak fishing or I'm in and out of the boat. If you get into real rugged stuff and you need to do some big hiking, you know, still this is going to be your best boot because you got basically a hiking boot here. Now I want to talk about the interchangeable soles. Since there have been complaints in the past about especially the old Korkers with these coming undone, I can tell you in 2 years of running these boot, I have never, not one time, had the sole unsnap, come off, or anything like that. Maybe that's partly to this retention system on the back, but I mean, you can hear after 2 years, let's just go and get close here. I mean, that is still a robust snap to pull these off. You can see I even had sand in there. And so you got 3 tabs, and then plus your tag on the back to hold them up, and then you got your front kind of claw system here. Again, there's no cracking. I mean, these look great after 2 years. A really, really good quality stuff coming out from Korkers. So wearing these shoes, I would say, well, you can go barefoot in them. That's the first thing I'll say. So I wore them barefoot yesterday. Really nice interior. They don't make you sweat. They're comfortable on the foot. What I do see possibly happening is if you're on a stream, getting gravel on here, once you get that between your skin, you could end up with blisters. No one wants that. So I'd recommend probably picking up something like a merino ankle sock, just something to add a little bit of a layer in there. You can wear wading booties, wading socks with these if you want to, but I don't want the bulk. I want to get rid of all the bulk. So I'll probably wear like a merino ankle sock just to have a little layer in there to protect me from the sand. And the sole that these mainly come with, you can actually select which ones you want. But this is the one that they kind of have as their mainstay. You can see it's a very aggressive trail pattern there. So one of my favorite shoes to wear right now is actually like a set of like Trail Trek tennis shoes. It's really light, really nice to hike in. I almost like them more than even my hunting boots. So what initially started this search a little over a week ago was I wanted something that I could walk in the water comparable to those without ruining my tennis shoes, because they just won't stand up to water, and lo and behold, Korkers had the solution. And like I said, the added benefit of that is you're gonna get the exchangeable soles, so you can go any river system, any type of traction you need. I mean, you can even get metal tracks and walk on ice with these if you really want to. So that's kind of where I'm going. I'm going to use these mainly all summer long, especially in and out of kayak. If I get into some heavier wading or wearing my waders because I'm in a deeper, colder river, I'll stick with the boots. And one last thing I'll dive into is just, again, the quality of this boot. Not very many things for me, especially in the footwear world. You could ask Tori anytime you like. Don't really last me 2 years, almost nothing. Now granted, do I wear wading boots all the time, all year long? No, I do not. But I tend to put my stuff in circumstances where are unforeseen by the manufacturer on how tough they'll be. The BOA system is great. It's held up absolutely amazing. These parts all are replaceable with BOA, so that's always a good thing to know that you can replace them. But again, 2 years, I've never had a wire break or anything. I've really never caught one. I always wear my socks over the top to keep it protected. But again, just a good quality boot here. And as y'all know, if you've used wading socks in the past, they break down quickly, even though their resistance to water, seams rip, especially on cheaper stuff. These are pretty affordable. And these here, there's no holes, almost no visible sign of wear other than dirt. Clips are all good. You have double seams there, so that's all made nice and tight. Absolutely great wading socks. Of course, putting out some quality stuff. I can't wait to use these shoes in upcoming fishing videos. And keep you guys updated on how long they last and going forward, and comfort, break-in. If they give me blisters, I don't think they will. They're pretty comfortable. So my recommendation, if you're gonna order these, Korkers does not do half sizes. I went a half size up. That seemed to fit perfect for me. So just when you guys know when you're ordering, that was great. I did see a guy that said he sized down and they were perfect, but I would err on the side of a little bit larger. Especially if you're already running a wading boot from Korkers where you have those soles. Now you have your interchangeable soles that you can put on. It's really, really, really efficient to be able to have all this traction, especially when you go to different river systems. I just keep the felts with me anywhere I go, anytime fishing, just in case I get out on the river and I start slipping all the time. Boom, put the felts on, good to go. So if you guys have any questions on this, go ahead and comment down below. If you want to see more stuff like this, like and subscribe. And the last thing, and I put this the very last important thing, Korkers will give the channel a commission if you buy them and use the link below. So it will greatly help the channel. If you guys are looking for a pair of boots, I just ask you to use that link. If you don't, no problem, just subscribe for me. But if you want to help the channel out, please use my link below. Order a pair of these all-access shoes. I think you'll enjoy them. And if you have them already and you had them for some time, I think they came out a year ago, let me know how yours are doing so I kind of know what to expect. So thank you guys for watching, taking the time. Lane, Next Gen Marine Outdoors. We'll see you guys soon.